Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Santoshi Reddy. Today I'm going to talk about 4 job search websites that are going to help you find visa sponsorships to Australia. And also I'm going to offer you a tip on how to identify those jobs that have a sponsorship option through these job search websites. And what are the things that you need to be beware of when you get an offer letter from an employer whom you haven't met before. So stay tuned until the end of this video. As you may be aware, I've been doing YouTube shorts talking about Australian news, like how Australian government is combating skill shortages and what are the high demand roles in Australia and how Australia is looking desperately for workers. And I've also done a video on the list of employers that are ready to offer work sponsorships to Australia. And after watching this, many of my followers have been asking for how to find jobs that offer visa sponsorships to Australia. This gave me a thought to do a video on it. So today I'm going to give you 4 job search websites that you can use to find job opportunities. But before that, I have shared list of employers who are ready to sponsor work visas to Australia. So in this, when I looked at the employers, I have identified that not all employers have a job section in their websites. So how to find an opportunity if they do not have a job section in their website or career section in their website? So what happens is, usually the small companies or companies that do not recruit on a regular basis do not have a career section. They outsource that function to a consulting firm. So consulting firms do on their behalf. So what these consulting firms do is, instead of posting, they also post on their websites and also they post on a popular job search websites. Like for example, in India it's called monster.com, and in Australia there are 4 job search websites that you can find this type of opportunities. So the first website is seek.com.au, indeed.com.au, the second one, third one is career1.com.au, and the fourth one zora.com.au. So these are the 4 job search websites in Australia which are popular, that they list all the job vacancies that are available across the country. So how to identify jobs that offer visa sponsorships? So I have quickly did a bit of research on how to find. So what I did was, I went into one of these job search websites, and in their search button, instead of putting the title, like if you're an accountant or IT engineer or a driver or any trade person, what I did was I entered visa sponsorships. So the companies or the job advertisements which have a keyword visa sponsorship would get filtered. So that's where I've got all the jobs filtered for visa sponsorships. So that way you can find what are the jobs that are available for visa sponsorships. And this is one way of finding those opportunities. If you have any other option, please share in the comment section, which may help others to find more opportunities. And the third one, which I, as promised, beware of things. I know Australia is desperate for workers, and you may be looking to migrate to Australia, and you may have the right skill set to migrate to Australia, but there are some people in between who is taking advantage of this situation. Those are called scammers. Yes, there are number of scammers out there who are generating fake visas and also fake offer letters. Let me share a couple of instances where I came across from some of my followers. On the first instance, this lady has got an offer letter from one of the Australian companies, and she messaged me saying that, Santoshi, can you find out whether it's a real or fake offer letter? So when I looked at the offer letter, it straight away struck my mind that's not a right offer letter. because the way that's been framed or the words used do not relate to the format of the offer letters offered in Australia. So that was fake, and I straight away told her that's a fake. And she also later found out that was a fake. And in the second instance, this guy has got an offer letter and also a visa from one of the New Zealand employers. So that there was a consultancy in between. So consultancy offered him a job from one of the New Zealand employers. So he tried to contact the immigration department of New Zealand and also the employer to find out more information about that, to just see whether they are real or fake. And then he poor guy, he could not hold of anyone. So he asked me whether I could help him. So I said, okay, that's fine. Send me all the information that you have. I'll try my best to find the source for you. So when I looked at the offer letter and the visa, it looked exactly as the real one. I was very confused at the first glance, and I thought it was a real. But when I started reading and realized that whatever the things that they have mentioned on the offer letter do not comply to the employment conditions of New Zealand. So I told him it doesn't look like it's a real one, but let me come back with more analysis. And I asked him a couple of questions before I do my analysis. I asked him, do you attended the interview? Did you meet anyone from the company? And did you apply for the visa? He said no to all of them. And everything was done by the consultancy. And I asked him, does the consultancy charging you any money? He said yes, it was Australian dollar $8,000. Then I told him, definitely a fake. And with my research, I did a bit of research going into that company's website and also trying to find how the New Zealand visas look like. And I found out it was fake. So just beware of this type of scammers. If he would have believed it was true, he would have lost $8,000 US AUD, Australian dollars 8,000, which was an average of like a average income of 2 months in Australia. So just be very careful of these scammers. Hope you find this information useful. If you find it, please share and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me, and also for those who are looking for this type of information. So I'll get back to you with another topic. Until then,